What up? What up? What up, man? What's going on? What's chopping, everybody? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Yes. It is the Rockets Chop Shop. I appreciate y'all for joining me over here. Good to see everybody, man. Go ahead and hit that like button while you coming in, brothers. Go ahead and hit that like button, man. The Rockets are so back. We are so back right now. What's going on, man? What's going on, Johnny? What's going on, Jack? What up, Albert? Mark Quinn? What's happening? What's going on? 6C Charlie in the building. What is good, man? Hey, the Rockets are back. We starting to figure it out. I don't know if y'all was here the last time on the last stream. Last week I did a stream and was adamant about we have to ditch the double big lineup to start the game. Using more as a curveball, move it, using more of a tactic to get the teams off balance, you know. And that's what we seen the last 3 games. They actually ditched the starting lineup and they inserted Josh Okogie in the starting lineup, which is more he's not a ball handler, but he's capable of dribbling, capable of stretching the floor, can shoot the three, and he can play defense. And since we went to that lineup, we've been having more and more room and offense, right, to execute the game plan. And with the double big lineup, it slows down the pace. And if you look at it, the pace have been creeping up. We've been running more, doing more running. Been our transition defense and offense been better. We've been grabbing the rebound, pushing the pace down. Let whoever grab the rebound push the pace, and we see outlet passes, full court outlet passes. We executing more of how I think this team is built and structured to play, with the wings that we have and the guards that we have and the athleticism that we got. We need to push the pace and transition, and I think we've been doing this. And I think we have been doing this, and it has been a credit to ditching the double big lineup. And we seen it gradually. They're molding together. They're meshing together. The chemistry is starting to look good. We are actually facilitating. The ball is not sticking to one player. We getting it off. We pushing around the horn. This team look like a well-oiled machine as far as the offense going now. And this is what we've been saying. The first 2 games, it just looked mucky, and we was winning. I mean, we was losing. But the team, it looked hard for the offense. Now it looks easy for the offense. And now we ditched, if you notice, defensively, we don't play as much zone because we don't have the double bigs out there. And now since we don't play the zone as much, right, we can switch everything. Okogie, he can come in, he can switch on guards and threes and fours and stuff like that. Even when we had Steven Adams in short stretches, they were still switching. And a healthy Steven Adams is actually doing major moves. It's a very beneficial to have Steven Adams play these short stint in minutes, but his offensive rebounding impact and his screens and everything. But I know KD is in heaven coming off of these screens. KD is in heaven coming off of these screens. He don't have to work so hard. He get a good solid screen from Şengün or Steven Adams, and he's right there where he needs to be, off the elbow, setting up, getting good shots. This team is starting to figure it out. I don't know what took Ime Udoka so long, but it's better late than never. And you can see how impactful this style of play and ditching the double big lineup has been these last 3 games. Now we're on a 3-game winning streak. We're 3-2. We're looking much better. I think our defense looked much better tonight than it have in the past, not just because I think that we are not doing zone and it lends to our wings long rangey and our man being able to guard and switch, and it's switchable defense, so it makes the other team actually have to think about what they're doing. And then we took away their best player, Jaylen Brown. Credit. It's a back to back. They was on a back to back. But the way we defended and the way we guarded Jaylen Brown took their only offensive creative guy off the court. Trade, and I think the the way this team is constructed is to play switching defense. Get somebody else to beat you other than Jaylen Brown. And even we started even trapping Pritchard. We started trapping Pritchard. We was like, okay, Pritchard's getting off. Okay, let's go trap him. If he got the hot hand, let's go trap him. Let's go get the ball out of his hand. Let's let somebody else beat us. And I think the way this defense not playing the zone it was bad for Boston because they don't have any shot creators. And if I think we would stay back in the zone, Boston loves to shoot 3-pointers. They hit a lot of 3-pointers as well. Speaking of 3-pointers, man, our team shooting wise, 3-point. I think we got the highest 3-point percentage in the league right now because Tari's not a mummy. He's not a walking dead. He woke up, and also Reed Shepherd woke up. Jabari's hitting threes. KD's hitting threes, right? So Josh Okogie, he's hitting threes. We can actually keep up with the 3-point percentages and the 3-point shots that the opposing team shoots. We seen Şengün. He almost had a triple-double. Şengün, he could contribute in so many different ways that if his shot is not falling, if he's not having the best offensive game, he could facilitate for the other guys. And we see he almost had a near triple-double. They actually put him back in with like 4 minutes left, or 6 minutes left. I'm like, bro, why you bring Şengün back in this game? This game is we up 30 points, but a player's coach is going to do that for his player. A player coach is going to bring his player in, let him get that 3-point shooting. Let him get that triple-double that he worked hard for that night. Right, Ringleader with the super chat. What's up, Ringleader? He says belt to A's tonight. Yes, we put that BTA on them tonight. You know what I'm saying? BTA on them tonight, right? But it is what it is, man. This team is looking good. It's looking oiled up. It looks primed up, man. And I can't say that I'm surprised, but it's night and day how we started the season to what we've been seeing these last 3 games. It's night and day. Because I was y'all remember if y'all was here, I was highly upset with how we was playing. I was saying that they was underachieving. Yes, it was probably a little bit, premature, if you want to say, but this is how we expected the team to come out and play, how we've been playing these last 3 games, but we was kind of laying a goose egg as far as how we was playing the first 2 games. Yeah, we put a good fight up against Oklahoma City. And I think because they're the champs, every team is going to get up to play them. You know what I'm saying? Every team is going to get up to play them. But that was a sloppy game. We still had like 22 turnovers in that game. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get to some stats real quick. Let me find the stats. Let me see if I can get the stats for y'all real quick, and then we'll bring y'all up. I'll bring y'all up. Let's see what we got. Boop, 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 boop. Right here. Let's get a box score. I'm bringing it on the screen real quick. All right. Let's get this off. Kevin Durant, 30 minutes, 26 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, a block, turnover, 8 for 11. Super. That's crazy. 8 for 11, 72% field goal percentage, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line, bro. That is crazy efficiency, man. He had 20 points in the first half. I think he was like 7 for 8 in the first half. 20 points in the first half. He ended with 26 because the game was pretty much over. Second half. Jabari Smith Jr. 26 points. 26 points. Shangoon hitting threes too. Yeah. He played 26 minutes. 12 points, 6 rebounds, a steal, 4 blocks. My man had 4 blocks. Jabari becoming the weak side rim protection, as good as he is been looking right now, wasn't in my plans, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But he's starting to actually impact defense above the rim. Above the rim. And that is what we really, really needed because we don't have too many rim protecting guys. Steven Adams, he's big, he's bulky, he takes up space horizontally. He doesn't really take up space vertically. You know what I'm saying? And Jabari Smith becoming that weak side rim protection is it means worlds to this team because even if players get beat, Jabari Smith is there to clean up. And we can see that he bulked up in his size and the way he looks. He looks physically stronger. He looks like he got bulky, and he's playing above the rim as defensively, right? And he still was 5 for 10 from the field, 50%. It's not bad. 1 for 3 from the 3-point line, 33%. Jabari Smith Jr. Me and Frank was going back and forth. I think he's right now. You must let me know in the chat if I'm tripping, but I think he's our third best player on the team, bro. I ain't gonna even hold you. I know our man is a dog, but what Jabari Smith has been bringing to the table, his shooting, his rebounding, his rim protection, his switchability on the perimeter. He's a Swiss Army knife at 7 foot, bro. At 7 foot. And I think he's not much of a shot creator, but he's right, bro. Y'all know if y'all been watching this a long time, Jabari Smith Jr. is my favorite player, so I might got a little bias in this. I love Amen Thompson and what Amen Thompson brings to the game, but I think Jabari Smith Jr. impact all around on the team is sorely needed. I think he is an integral part of why we won these last 3 games, his blocking and all that. I think he's our third best player. He's our third highest leading scorer easily. You know what I'm saying? And then he does everything else, on the team. And I know our man Thompson, he takes the best opposing team's best player. But without Jabari, man, I think we'll have a gaping hole right there. A gaping hole. I think he means just as much to this team as our man does and what he brings to the table, right? Alperen Sengun, he played 31 minutes. He was 16 points. He didn't have a very good game offensively, but he still had 10 rebounds and 9 assists. So he impacted the game in different areas, even though he shot poorly. 2 blocks, and he was 5 for 13. He was 5 for 13, which is terrible. 38% field goal percentage. 1 for 3. He did hit a 3, 33%. So I think we seeing Sengun teeter-tottering going. I think he's steady. Some of the bunnies and some of the fadeaways, I think he need to cut those out because he have smaller guys on him. He's stronger now than he ever was. And we see when he actually put that shoulder down and get into the defender, it makes him very efficient because now he can move people horizontal and go up, and then those hook shots and those other shots are easier to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's making it harder on himself that doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be that hard, LP. But the passing, we all know he's a gifted passer. He's been putting it up, and his rebounding is good, very, very good. He can still be an all-star, I think, again this season, but I think he needs to work on his field goal percentages and the shots that he's taking right now, because it doesn't look good as far as him missing all of these fadeaways and these I don't even know what to call him half the time when he's just throwing it up and he's like 16, 17 foot away from the goal. You know, if he's going to do that, just do a jump shot. If he's going to do that, I think that's a more efficient shot than him doing these fallaways and all of this other crazy stuff. He needs to be more efficient. You know what I'm saying? Josh Okogie, no lie. Josh Okogie is the surprise of this basketball season for the Rockets so far. Josh Okogie's impact since he have entered into, even when he was coming off the bench, he was doing great. But his impact, especially since he been starting, has been very, very, very surprising, bro. It's been very surprising to me. Now I know Josh Okogie game. I know, he's playing Cleveland, but the way he's playing with us, I guess because there's so many other people, like you got to double and you got to worry about KD, you got to worry about Şengün, then you got to deal with, oh man, Josh Okogie is playing his role exceptionally well, hitting the 3-pointers, playing hard-nosed defense, being on attack of the ball, and he even picked guys up full court sometimes too. So I think Josh Okogie is the surprise of this 2025-2026 season for the Houston Rockets right now. He's been valuable. He was like the last person signed on the squad, but it seems like he's been playing here for years. He comes in ready to work, and that's the type of, he's an Ime Udoka type of guy. He's an Ime Udoka type of guy, and he's been doing wonders for us, bro. Really. He's been doing wonders for us. He played 21 minutes. He had 12 points, 2 assists. He was 3 for 5 from the field, 60%, which is great. He was 3 for 5 from 3. So all he did was shoot threes. He's not doing anything outside of what he usually do. Like he's not trying to be a hero. He's not being selfish. He's actually playing his role to perfection, a 3-and-D guy. That's what he is, and he's playing 3-and-D basketball right now. And he understands his role right down to the minutia of it. He's actually doing his role, and he's not trying to do too much. Like in the past, we'll see guys try to do too much. Bro, that's not your role. You know what I'm saying? And Josh Okogie has played his role to perfection. He's my 2025-2026 surprise of the Houston Rockets season right now. It might change later because you know who I am. You can get in my doghouse quick. But as of now, he's been refreshing on the Houston Rockets, and he's been integral part of since he's been inserted into the starting lineup, bro. I don't think I said enough about Jabari Smith and his blocks. His blocks, man, those blocks are not just regular old blocks. The blocks that Jabari has been doing is not regular. He's blocking dunks. He's taking away because those are energizing plays for the opposing team. If you get a big dunk, if you get big a fast break and you break somebody down, you go up for a dunk, that energizes the opposing team. Jabari has been eliminating those big plays. That's, and these are not just regular dunks. These are game-changing, momentum type blocks that Jabari Smith Jr. has been giving us, man. Kudos to Jabari, bro. I just wanted to make that point. So Amen Thompson, he played 32 minutes, 17 points. He had 9 rebounds, 8 assists. He was very close to having a triple-double as well. 6 for 12 from the field, which is not bad, 50%. 1 for 1 from the 3-point line. This is what you want him taking. You don't want him taking 7 threes like he did against Oklahoma City, right? You don't want him taking 5 threes and all of these threes like he did earlier in the season with, the earlier games. This is his role. Shoot a couple. Shoot a couple, see if you're feeling it. If not, then tonight's not your night. Don't be shooting 7. We don't want our man Thompson shooting 7 threes. I think his defense was very impactful tonight on Jaylen Brown, bro. We know what our man Thompson brings. He was everywhere as far as filling up the stat sheet. He didn't have too many turnovers and too many ugly turnovers like he did previous games. I think he protected the ball better. He saw the court better, and he actually utilized the players around him better. So I think our man Thompson had a hell of a game tonight. I think he had a hell of a game tonight. He didn't look uncomfortable in his role, and hopefully, as the season progresses, he gets more and more comfortable. Right, he gets more and more comfortable being the lead guard and setting up the team and facilitating and doing that type of thing. Right, Tari Eason, my man, Tari Eason. I apologize. I got to fill out of my apology letter to Tari Eason because the last 3 games, Tari Eason have been absolutely balling. He have been absolutely balling. I mean, in his defense has been better. His 3-point shooting, Tari turning it into a 3-point corner shooter like he have been, was not on the agenda this year either, bro. This man is shooting the lights out of this ball. Tari Eason, welcome to the season, bro. He was sleepwalking the first two and a half games. He's finally woken up. I think he already knew his role, and I don't know if he was comfortable. I think the layover or the contract situation and all of that was kind of getting to him early. I think he just blocked it all out, said, well, I'm here now. I gotta play. If I want my money, I'm gonna play. And then I think he's doing well. He blocked out all the noise, and he's actually playing like the old Tari that we know how he can play, bro. Tari Eason played 20 minutes. He had 12 points. He had 6 rebounds. He did have 3 turnovers in the limited minutes he played. So it's still some ups and downs, but we expect that with Tari, as if you've been watching his game for these past 4 years. We expect him to have some turnovers if he handling the ball. But he was 4 for 7 from the field. He shot 57%. He was 4 for 6 from the 3-point line, 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. Tari Eason. What is going on, man? This man is 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. Tari has been amazing, bro. He really have. He really have. Steven Adams, I did mention him earlier, but he came off the bench. He played 14 minutes. He had 4 points, 5 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds. I think he leads the league in offensive rebounds right now. The man, he just gobbles up rebounds. He's just so big, and his presence is so dominating in the middle, in the paint, that this bruh, he's very impactful in ways that a team need, right? Especially if a team like ours, the way we play basketball and the way the defense and the hustle and the missing, and like Steven Adams, he was a good pickup. When I first seen it, man, 2 years ago now, when I first seen that we got Steven Adams, I was like, what? Why? He's heard, he's always heard, he this and that, but I think this is one of the first years that he's actually been healthy since he came, I think like his second year in Memphis. So I think we seeing a healthy Steven Adams, and we see what a healthy Steven Adams can bring. He's Aquaman again. You know what I'm saying? Steven Adams is Aquaman again. And he's been hitting, he's been hitting his free throws too. He's been hitting his free throws, which is good. So he had 4 points, like I said, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He's a good passer to be a big man. 2 for 3 from the field, 66%. We seen Capella quite a bit tonight, and he played 18 minutes. He had 4 points, 10 rebounds, 4 offensive. So when you got Capella and Steven Adams giving you these extra possessions, it really, really, really do help. It really helped. So he had 10 rebounds total. He had a steal in the block, and he was 1 for 3. But we don't expect much from Capella offensively. Reed Shepherd played 17 minutes. He had 12 points. Didn't really do much else. He had 3 assists. He was 4 for 6. 4 for 6. He was 4 for 5 from 3. 80%. Like, this is his role. If he can come out and at least be a positive, at least hitting shots, then that can justify Ime Udoka at least playing him. But if he's not shooting great, then it's almost like why even play him? But if he's gonna come off the bench and hit 4 3-pointers, shoot 4 for 5 from three, then you justify him getting minutes. You know what I'm saying? But if he's just laying the goose egg out there, it doesn't justify him playing, right? So credit to him. He's starting to hit some shots. I think the last game he hit like three pointers as well. He's starting to figure out his role. All he need to do is sit up, shoot some threes. He played some all right defense tonight. He just wasn't a literal cone like he had been in the past. He tried and he gave effort tonight. So if he give effort playing defense and also hitting 3 pointers, then I can see Ime Udoka justifying having him on the court. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, man, this was a great team win. 3-2. We 3-2, three in a row. This is what we expected as Rockets fans, right? This is what we expected as Rocket fans, and this is just the beginning, bro. This is just the beginning. Because I still think LP still didn't have a great game. You know, once LP come along, he have a great game. KD keep up his hot shooting. Our man still be effective. The bench, and I think what we really separated ourselves from this game, and I think in the other two games that we won, is our bench, our depth. When you can come off the bench and you have guys like Tari Eason who's playing well, Steven Adams off the bench, um, Aaron Holiday, even he haven't even played really much. He got him a little burn today. Reed Shepard could come off and hit 3 pointers. I think our depth is actually starting to win some games for us, opening it up because the starters was exceptional tonight, but it wasn't a big drop off from when the backups came in. You know, it wasn't a big drop off. If we could keep this level of play and sustain this level of play when the starters go out, then I think we have a good chance to do something. So our bench, credit our bench for keeping that standard of play up, right? And yeah, man, all I can say, man, the Houston Rockets, we here, man. We got some wins on our belt. We starting to look more like the number 2 seed that we was last year. Took us a little while, but we better late than never. We got there, bro. And yeah, man, I'm anxious to hear what y'all got to say, bro. You know, I'm gonna bring y'all up. If anybody got anything to say, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. You know, y'all always welcome. Let's see. There go the link, man. Hit the link, come up, CSGs. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if y'all impressed or you still got concerns and doubts because we don't have a point guard. Let me know. I probably didn't cover everything. So y'all are more than welcome to come up. Hit the link right there. I can bring y'all up. Much love from Australia. Okay, Snazzy. Oh, I see you. I see you. Much love from the H, bro. So if anybody want to come up, go ahead and hit the link. You're more than welcome to come up. I know Boston is missing. Obviously, they're missing your boy Jason Tatum, but I think this still is a good team to have a win over. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right. What's up, man? Give it to us.
Good game, bro. Like we were talking about, the defense is waking up, starting to get it together. I think that's going to be really what takes us the farthest because we gonna find a way to score, regardless. And I know we're number one offense right now. I don't know how long that's going to last. Like I was saying on the Twitter Spaces we're on, I'm not really sure how their offense is doing what it's doing, but the defense is what we've been waiting for, and I think that once we get that down, that's really what's going to take us to be one of the top teams. Because that's really what pushed as bad as we were in like Ime's first year. We were a top five defense, top six, top seven, range back and forth. Then as bad as I mean, last year we took the leap to become a better team. We were a top 5 to 7 defense. So this year, the last before this game, I think we were 19 in the league, which is unacceptable. So getting us back in the top 10 with this offense, you talking about like if everybody stays healthy or relative, miss a few games here and there, they could win 60 games. Like just off of just blowing teams out that they supposed to. You know how you could tell you got a good team when you play teams that you're supposed to beat and you beat the brakes off of them.
Yeah.
And that's not even close. So they trending in the right direction to me.
For sure, for sure. Man, we got our main man, 6C Charlie. I know you was up here first, John Trey, but I gotta pay respect to the elders, you know what I'm saying? The OGs of the chop shop. But man, 6C Charlie. Can I still call you 6C?
Yeah, you sure can. Can you hear me?
Nah, Charlie, we got to change that to 1 seed, a two
One
seed.
C
You ain't too
Charlie.
good now, boy.
Yeah.
You was saying 6 seed when it was hopeful. Nah,
Uh,
nah, we here now, boy.
yeah, we is. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, like I said, I gotta start off by saying, like I always say, I pray for everybody on the panel, and I pray for the chop shop. Y'all had me worried, man. I ain't heard nothing from y'all all summer long, and I was like, oh, don't tell me they done stopped the thing. And I was sitting over there saying, man. Then finally, the one before this. I seen you were there, Space, and I was like, why my phone didn't tell me he over there? So this time when you clicked over there, I'm like, I'm gonna hold his phone until he get a chance to. I'm waiting on him because, like I said, I do love all of y'all, man. That's why I pray for all of y'all, and I like this channel. I like what you guys are about. Everybody on here, you know what I'm saying, and there's not really much I can say because both you and the other person sat back and said everything that I can say about the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? We got a team this year, man. We do. I just feel that we just need to get somebody that can bring that ball up because when we start playing those good teams like they did in the beginning part, they're going to start putting pressure on us, bringing the ball up. And we didn't look so good against OKC and Detroit when they was doing us that way. But like I said, I see us as like y'all sit around there saying we the threat for everybody. So I'm not gonna hold you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let some of the other people come up and be able to can pay their respects. But it's so good to see you, Space. It's so good to hear from Frank. I love y'all, man. Y'all my brothers, man. So y'all keep on going and keep it going and don't have that big of a drought. Let me hear from you from time to time, okay? Because I was like saying to myself, if I had your telephone number, I'd have called you on your phone. But I know you got family, man, that you have to turn around here and they got to go first. But just let the family know Uncle Charlie said, hey, okay?
I sure will, man. I love you, Uncle Charlie. I appreciate the support. How your daughter doing? She good? She doing good through nursing school?
Yeah, she's doing good, man. Everybody is doing good. And, like I said, I finally got something I can brag about. I'm tired of all this Laker stuff and all this Golden State and all that stuff. See, now everybody else got to shut up. They had me shutting up at first. So now it's my turn to be able to can talk all the craziness as I can. So, like I say, man, I love y'all and we're going to turn around and keep this going. I'm going to turn around and get an opportunity to start bring my membership back up and being able to turn around and talk to y'all some more. So don't stop it, man, because you guys really, really, really are doing something great for everybody. And I'm going to sit back and try to catch up to LV and let him know, man, Chop Shop is back. So I love you,
Yeah, let
man.
LV know. Come on back, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him know, man. And like I said, I love you, man. Let me get off and let everybody else get a chance to talk too. But like I said, you guys gotta know, man. I love all of y'all. Okay.
Love you too. Can succeed. You still succeed. I don't care what. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Charlie.
Okay.
Let's see. We got John Trey. What's up, John Trey?
What it do, man?
What's happening with you, bro? Go ahead and let me know, man. I know you gonna give it to me correct. You always do. What it do?
I ain't gonna lie. I sold I sold my stocks on Jabari last year.
You come on. You got to go buy them stocks back, bro.
I sold them, bro. I can't believe it. I don't even. I know I sold him because I can't even find his jersey.
You, you bought his jersey. Now you don't know where it's
I
at,
don't even
bro.
know where it's at, man.
Oh man.
Only jersey I could find. I gave Jalen Green jersey away. Only jersey I could find right now is Shangoon. And I had Jabari, Shangoon, and Jalen Green. I gave Jalen's away, but I sold my stocks on him, man. But I think I got out too soon. I think I sold too soon on him, bro. It's like I think it's Kevin Durant effect. I think it's like he playing with his big brother,
Hmm.
and that's what's motivating him by him playing with Durant. I don't know what it is, but he looking real good. He looking real good. But other than that, man, I don't know. This team right here that played tonight don't look like they supposed to lost them two first games.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
to
know.
be fair, we only lost the first game by one in double overtime. So you know what I mean. But yeah, I know what you mean. It looked more fluid. We don't look as clunky either.
It's coming along. We start getting worried about the point guard position, but it's starting to come along. It's starting to look like it's starting to. I'm starting to see something. I'm starting to see something. I,
How much do you feel like inserting a Kogi into the starting lineup have an effect on what we seeing now?
man, look, I'm gonna tell you this. He looked like the best. He looked like he need to be taking on that role of the the best player on the opposing team. Ah, these Dodgers and tied up the game. Um, he looked like he looking like our man Thompson was playing last year. The way he clamping things down, bro. I like his I like his defense. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't think I can remember if him punting Jalen Green shot one year. But other than that, his defense and the way he move, his lateral quickness, he looking real good. And I don't know what it is, but he looking better than man Thompson this year on defense. And I think that's why he got in that starting position out of everybody. But yeah, I like him. He knocking down his shots. He doing his role. He ain't trying to do too much, and he coming along. But but yeah, we looking real good. I ain't gonna lie, we looking real good. Like we might be we might go on a winning streak. We might go on a real winning streak if they keep this confidence in the way Kevin Durant was playing tonight. This was his best game of the year to me. Kevin Durant. This was his best game tonight.
I would agree. I would agree. He was more efficient, and it didn't look like he was working too hard to get it. You
Yeah.
just look up and you like, hold on, bro, have 24 points. Like, you know what I'm saying? On 8 shots. That was crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I ain't got too much to say. I'm just happy we got. I had two Boston and 5.5 today, but I don't care. I don't care.
You don't care you lost that money, huh?
Yeah, I took Boston at 5.5. I don't care. But yeah, they showed me something tonight. They showed me a lot tonight. What about you?
Yeah, man. I mean, the for Boston to be a perennial playoff contender, right? The last 11 years they've been a good team. It's a certain aura when you step into their arena, and you know no matter who they bring out there, it's going to be a tough game. You know what I'm saying? No matter who Boston uses, because they well coached, they got a good fan base. Is always going to always gonna be loud. You know what I'm saying? But it was dead quiet in there, bro. I think this is the quietest I've ever heard TD
It,
Garden, bro. On the
it,
cool, like I never heard it that quiet before,
and
bro.
they just be in they beat Philly not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I feel real.
I think our size hurt them. Our size hurt them, frustrated them because we see they started doing like mental brain like lapses, like, and a lot of that is just from frustration. We seen Jalen Brown, he pushing people off, he's doing crazy stuff, like he's making bad passes, and a lot of that was just frustration, bro. And I think we have the wings to throw at them. You know what I'm saying? We can switch everything. They don't have really too many playmakers, and I think they just got frustrated. And it's like we broke their spirit tonight, bro. We really broke them.
Mhm.
We broke their spirit, bro.
Yeah, we can go get to the next person, but yeah, I'm happy that you're back though. I've been waiting on y'all to come on back. It's on now.
Yep, it's that time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you, John Trey, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got EF Hutton in the building. What up, EF?
What up with it, people?
What it do, man?
In this thing, man. We above 500, man. We above 500. I didn't think we was ever gonna make it. Hey, I didn't think it was gonna be the kind of game to where we just rolled over them like that. It started like when I first looked at the matchup. I was like, okay, this is a team that know how to win together. It should be at least competitive, so we can see how we do against a competitive team with our new adjustments. But it was just it was a walkthrough. I figured it was gonna be like you know, polishing your ends or whatever like that. But it was a crazy game how we just got off and kept our foot on them through the whole thing. And then Ime keeping the starters in when we was up 25 points and stuff like that. I was like, maybe he trying to get out his triple double. But he just, third quarter, we up by 20. He never playing the bench players and stuff like that. I say, man, Ime on some different shit right now. He trying to make a statement. And you know, Reed Shepard was to me amazing today as far as finding the open spots in the defense, not just sitting at the top of the key, drifting down into the corner and getting open shots. I don't like when you heat check I don't like when you heat check before you make two shots. You know what I mean? But it's like he be heat checking his first shot. He could come out and heat check immediately. You fading away shooting, but he
Yeah.
hot and he just stayed hot all game. So that was monumental to see him have that kind of shooting performance. 2 games in a row, 3 games in a row. He been making above three threes. You know what I mean? He gets to that point to where he's shooting 5 and making 3, which is what we need him to do more consistently. And been a lot of talk about Amin playing both sides of the ball, being the number one ball handler and how it's affecting his defense. But it's also something to be said about Shangoon having a lot of, ball handling duties and how it's affecting his offense because he's been shooting hella poor. He had 16, 17 points tonight, but a lot of the shots he made was just like, I'm tossing it up there trying to get it out of my hand and just hoping it go in type shit. But his 3-point shooting is better, so I guess it kind of makes up for some of that.
Do you think his run in EuroLeague have anything to, like he maybe feeling the little effects from playing all summer? I don't know. I never really asked Frank about that. Maybe Frank can,
He
but he's young, bro. It's not like he 30, right? Like he
right.
should be able to.
Mid season, mid season form if anything. But I do think that having the ball, like I'm used to LP having the ball at the top of the key. So having the ball at the 3-point line ain't the big thing to me, but having the ball, like I was saying, at half court and 3/4 court, bringing the ball from all the way from 3/4 court and then getting to offense, he mixing up point guards in the back court and all that kind of stuff like that. Maybe that's affecting him to where he not just really getting to his 1-2 rhythm, because basketball got a lot to do with rhythm and he changing up his rhythm because now he got the ball farther out. He probably one of our best ball handlers, but it is affecting his rhythm down. When he get past the 3-point line, when he get into the mid range, it's kind of throwing his rhythm off. And a lot of his shots are long, which means he's moving faster than what he's used to moving, and is hitting off the back of the rim and he getting too far up under the basket and trying to shoot back behind him and stuff like that. So I think when he get his rhythm back together, he get used to being out there a little bit more. It'll probably settle in for him.
Yeah, you might have a point with that. You might have a point with that. He's got more ball handling duties from like bringing it up and doing that. You might be on or something like that. I think we probably have to. I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a 15, 20 game sample size to actually make a definitive, choice about it or decision on that. But you might be right. You might be right. I didn't ever look at it from that angle, but you might be on to something with that one. I give you credit. I give you credit on that one. Um you remember the last time we talked, you said you love the big double big starting the game off, right?
Yeah, yeah,
How do you feel now that we got rid of the double big to start the game and we look way much better and fluent to start the game because we got the number one offensive um in the first quarter points in the league as of now. So small sample size, but we got the best offense in the league in the first quarter.
yeah. I
How
mean,
you feel?
it definitely ain't nothing bad to say about it. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad you really can say about it. It's good. I don't have no problem with it. And as long as it's not costing us, but we saw at points that they was starting to come back with defensive offensive rebounds, and they had to go back and throw Steven Adams in the game to get the rebounds under control because they was going to make a push. And Ime looked over there at Steven Adams like, okay, it's time to deploy our secret weapon on you. And so I guess that's the thing that everybody been asking for. Is like, okay, we don't need to start out. We don't need it all game. And my thing was, you're not gonna do nothing all game. But I just was, me myself personally, I'm kind of like get the offense rebounds early while you're missing, and then when you start to get hot, you don't need them. But I mean, either way it go, Kogi was getting a couple of rebounds. Well, really not, but he was creating a little mismatches and stuff like that. I don't think Kogi had no rebounds to be honest, but he was creating some mismatches on offense by moving so much, and he is good at sticking to the man when they're trying to go around picks and stuff like that. So it opened up other things on at the same time. So now Kogi playing good and shooting the ball well and shooting the ball well too.
Yeah, yeah. Okogie didn't have any. He
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
have no rebounds, but I think he played his role perfectly within that starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? Play D, shoot the three,
yeah,
and that's what we needed, right? Play D, shoot the three. Now we don't have two non-shooters on the court. We only got really our man Thompson that really can't shoot. You know what I'm saying? Shangoon, he's starting at least trying. He looks a little better shooting the three, but now we only got our man that don't shoot the three very well, but he has the ball most of the time. So that's a non-factor in the long run. You know what I'm saying?
definitely, definitely. Nah, y'all was spot on about that.
They're good. You gotta your mic is kind of
I muted. Are you good?
oh, you sound better now though. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's all you got for now, or we move on to third good.
Yeah, no, you can move on to third good.
All right. Go ahead, third good. What's chopping with you, bro?
Not much, man. Not much. It looked good today, man. It looked good today. It's the offense got like a nice flow to it, and one thing I will say is that Ime, I remember in his press in his at the end of the season when we got knocked out, is that he wanted to everybody need to increase their individual IQ. And I'm not gonna lie. Today I actually kind of saw that. Like in terms of just positioning on the court where they need to be, like when Amon would pass it to Shingun, like by the top of the key, he will tell Jabari to get next to Shingun. So when they double, he has a kick out right next to him, and Amon will go in that corner or that post. That way, if he drives, that's where that help is gonna come and he get an easy bucket. It's they honestly they're making it look easy, and I'm actually kind of impressed. I need to again. I still need to see it Now it's kind of like everybody. It feels like everybody's getting adjusted. So, that big game is going to be against that Spurs on the 7th, and I'm really looking forward to just seeing how we handle that. That's going to be an intense game. We just need to see it in more actual competitive games, but. I mean, there's a few things that's honestly looking kind of promising. Honestly, like you can just tell that guys are starting to get adjusted, and Reed been looking better the last 2 days. Maybe I was listening to y'all's spaces earlier, and I agree. And he just seemed he honestly just looks lighter on his feet. Like in the first two games, people would pass by him, and it seemed like it took damn near 2 seconds for him to react to somebody passing him. And now he's pretty much right there. Like he's at least right there on your hip, to let the defender know that hey, your defender's right there. And that's it's always a good thing. You want to at least make the person know that aware that you right there by 'em. I mean, honestly, it looked good. That's that's really good. That's really a lot I can say right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think only a couple of things. The only thing I'm surprised with with this team right now is Josh Okogie, because I think we know what all of the rest of the people bring to the table, and we expected them to at least take this, you know, leap as far as growth and experience, and KD being on the team, opening things up, having more space to work with, having a more efficient guard, because KD is effectively he's playing our shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? Replacing Jalen Green, and I think we seen spurts of this when Jalen Green get hot. We used to do this type of thing as a team. The only thing is now we have a for sure legend doing this. At a higher efficiency, and this is I think we expected at least this to transition. The only thing I'm really just surprised about is Josh Okogie and how effective he is since he's been inserted into the starting lineup. I think everything else is on par for the course.
Yeah, I did hear you say earlier about Tyree Easton's 3-point shooting, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Honestly, I'm actually not really surprised by his 3-point shooting. I always kind of felt like he had it in him. Like he would last year he would have months where he was shooting like 30, 39 or something for the whole month on the three. It was he was, from what I remember correctly, he was actually a better 3-point shooter in the corner last year than Jabari Smith.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that improvement, I'm not too surprised about, honestly. I mean, honestly, bro, it looks good. Like, I don't want to. It's hard to not gush about how it looks just because they just made it. They just make it look easy, bro. They just make it look easy.
yeah. And I'm wondering now. I know we missing Fred Van Vliet, and we know that his impact on the court is kind of sorely missed. But we know even Fred Van Vliet, he loved to slow the ball down when he get it, and I'm wondering, do we still look the same even with Fred Van Vliet? Because I think what we are doing better than these last three games than the previous two is actually running and getting transition buckets. You know what I'm saying? And pushing the pace and doing these things. I wondered how much different would it look with Fred Van Vliet, or with Fred Van Vliet being the veteran that he is, know what we need to do, and he actually will run the point guard, in a more faster pace than, let's say, last year, because we were slow. We was a slow team last year too.
So I have seen people say that, and sorry, there's fireworks busting in the background. One thing I will say, I'm not disagreeing with you. But I will say that, like, I do feel like in the last like month or so of leading into the playoffs, Fred VanVleet was actually making it, was purposely trying to push the pace. Of course, because we had a player who preferred to play a little bit faster. Um, so there was more. He was definitely doing a little bit more intentional. So I do think we would be doing that, but I do wonder if Shingun would be handling the ball as much as he is from the top of the key. I'm sure that we would have implemented, but maybe not as much as we doing it right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You right. You right about that. You know, I really don't have too much more, man. I think this is a great way to bounce back from those two losses. Defeating Boston Celtics 128-101. We look good doing it. Efficient basketball. As of now, I don't know how long this would last, but we do have the number one offensive rating team in the league right now. I wasn't expecting that, especially without a point guard. But we see, man, like we present different challenges to the defense to where it's almost what are you gonna do? Pick your poison. And lately they've been picking their poison with doubling Shangoon and leaving KD. Why on earth would you do that? But it's a handful if you double KD and he just dumps it down to Shangoon. Shangoon gonna feast. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like it's a double-headed snake, bro. Like if you don't get bit one way, the other head are gonna get you. So and then we have our role players. Our role players are actually playing their roles to perfection. Akogi, Jabari, Tari. They're doing and they're not doing too much. They're playing their role to perfection. You know, I don't. It's and we don't have too much to complain about. If I did have to complain about something, maybe turnovers, maybe, but I can't even really complain about that when you blowing people out. You know what I'm saying? Like free throws. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to say. We are taking the most three free throws in the league as well. So we keeping the pressure on. Teams can't hold us. They fouling so much. They get in the penalty early. We out shooting them free throws, and we are actually making our free throws now. Shangoon's making his free throws. Amanda's making his free throws, right? And I think the free throws is a big part of why we was able to sustain leads and also build upon the leads, because after a minute they get frustrated with our size, our quickness, our ability and agility and things, and then they just end up hacking us and they sending us to the line, and we're able to expose them and actually convert these free throws that we get.
Yeah, our transition defense could have been a little bit better, but at the end of the day, like you say, it's not really a lot to complain about. But when we getting back in our transition defense, which is gonna be that's gonna end up being our real test against a good team, getting back in transition defense and locating that 3-point shooter, because that's one of our biggest points of contention really is we can get back, but sometimes that third person or fourth person who's supposed to be back don't always locate the 3-point shooter. So
Mm-hmm.
against a good team like Dallas, you know what I mean? But I don't really know how good they are. I think Anthony Davis is out with a hammy. So
Dallas is pretty bad so far this year. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what
yeah,
that's what I was saying. We really probably not gonna see any like decent competition till that Spurs game to like see where we are right now.
yeah. So that's another one. So but and then the Spurs game, we know what's gonna happen on the Spurs game. Şengün gonna step his game up against Victor. But I would have liked to see, like a team like tonight, because when I looked at the game, I said, well, they don't really have no legit center. You know what I mean? So I'm expecting LP to get off tonight, but he just didn't get off tonight. So I'm kind of worried about that. But like I was saying, our transition defense got to be a little bit better. Obviously, it wasn't bad tonight, but you can kind of see where we're not locating some of the guys, and they getting open shots and getting loose runs at the basket and stuff like that. So, when we come against a real team, they're not gonna let us get away with that as easy. So
I think the Spurs is going to challenge us. Um, Wimby, he's not the same Wimby from last year, bro.
not
Wimby has been doing his thing this year, bro. I'm not gonna even lie, and I don't. We have beef with the Spurs, but but I gotta call a spade a spade. Wimby has been doing this thing because Stephon Castle been doing his thing, right? They have a good squad. Like they legitimately have a good squad. De'Aaron Fox and all of them, but they have a good squad. I think we are going to be tested against the Spurs. They like the number 2 seed in the league right now, right? Number 1 seed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's honestly going to be a good test for both of us because I don't really think the Spurs have really, no offense, they definitely are good, but they haven't really played against no top competition yet either. They do play Lakers on Wednesday. That should be actually a really good one. Um, yeah, I mean, bro. The thing about Shingun is that not because he's handling the ball more. Honestly, he got to just pick his shots better. Um, he honestly just got to pick his shots better. A lot of the times he is looking for the contact, but it's like last year, bro. You got to finish through the contact. You got to expect the contact is gonna be there, and just make that shot, bro. They'll call it. They might call the whistle late, but just make that shot.
Yeah, I think he's looking for those calls. You know what I'm saying? And when he start anticipating the calls, you start making. I think he's gonna be all right though. I think we seen Shangun do this before.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Honestly, I'm not even, bro. I'm honestly not even worried. Like again, like you said, Josh Okogie. Once we get DFS back, I think it's gonna look even better, man. Like, he may gonna, be a terrorist with the lineup, and I know he gonna try to play something a little crazy. He might try to do like KD, Jabari, DFS,
a
Adams, and then
Kogi.
Sengun.
Have a whole bunch of wings out there with
Yeah,
Shangoon.
he gonna at least throw it out there just to see one time what it's gonna look like. So
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be interesting when Dory Finney-Smith get back because whose minutes is he taking? Reed's, Tari's? I don't know. That's gonna be
yeah.
a tough decision.
Honestly, I think mm, yeah, it is tough, man. It's tough, especially, but when he comes back, he's probably gonna be on it like playing like 20 minutes a game or something like that. So it's gonna work. Um, I'd imagine we probably not gonna see that rotation maybe to like January with what it's actually gonna look like.
The boy said, "I hope he take Capella minutes."
Yeah, Capella can't catch for a damn, bro. Like it's
I
it's kind of
mean, he's
crazy.
always been like that. You got to give Capella lobs, bro. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't catching the lob, he is not. He got brick hands, dog. Like Shangoon gonna realize that. So Shangoon gonna realize that, man. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be real interesting when Dory Finney-Smith come back. I think he could probably play anywhere from the 3 to the 4, 3 to the 5. I think even like they said that the Lakers had him playing 5 sometimes. So it's gonna be interesting where he fit in at on this team exactly because I don't think we missing much. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Most people will say maybe a point guard, but I don't see what we lacking at. I think we got a great mix of guys that do different things that complement each other to where is having Dory Finney-Smith gonna be just redundant at that point because you got a Kogi, you got Jabari, you got Tari. Is he gonna be redundant in some aspects to where I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to see what he gonna have to get in where he fit in, I guess.
It's been a lot of articles popping up on my feed about the Rockets trying to get Derek White and stuff like that. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen, but it was like 3 different articles popped up on my feed today about the Rockets trying to get Derek White and using Fred VanVleet to get him. So you know, that's always a thing. But as far as Dorian Finney Smith, you know what I mean? Everybody been when Torrey had 2 bad games, everybody was campaigning for Dorian Finney Smith to come back. You know what I mean? So now he's gonna come back on the third, and now it's like, is he your savior? Is this your
Is
king?
this your king?
Is this you want now? You know what I mean? So hey, I'm anxious to see how it play out because you know, you know how I feel about Tar. You know what I mean? I just feel like he just too good, bro. He too good to let him slip through your fingers over a bad injury year. And two bad games, bro. And you're not finna convince me that Dorian Finney-Smith that had a 9, 10 year career, and it's like, let's let Torrey go so we can play a guy who done been around the league and yeah. I'm not I'm not going for that. You know what I mean? So I just and then you say, Dorian Finney-Smith come in, okay, he a veteran. We know how he may feel about veterans and whatnot, but he's shown that he'll play young guys. So why even risk the opportunity to say have Torrey? He just got his head right. You know what I mean? You finna
Yeah.
put it back, finna put him back in that mindset, like you finna give somebody my spot after what I did these past 2 games, these past 3 games, and now you're gonna give somebody my minutes again. You're gonna mess up, bro. You're gonna mess up because the guys, if he continue to play like this is championship caliber tar. You know what I mean? And then you put him in that mindset. I mean, and I don't care what nobody say about, oh, if he can't keep his mind right there and it ain't for the team, he's selfish. He's a basketball player. Your ego is what's gonna make you good or not. You know what I mean? So you can't all of a sudden say, oh, if he don't take it up the rear, you know what I'm saying, turn over and take it up the keister, then he's not for the team. you know, I don't believe in that kind of nonsense, man. The dude play good. We it's just like I was saying. He played 3 good years, bro, of Tara being playing good. Then he had 2 bad games, and everybody was ready to kick him to the curb for 2 bad. A game, really, a half a game. To be honest, he played one bad half of basketball that was just piss poor, and then he had 2 games that was like any other shit that he would have did last year, and everybody was ready
Yeah.
to get rid of him. You
In
know,
the long run, I would rather have Tari.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because we still don't know exactly what he can be. I think we have a good idea. I think it's so much more that he couldn't add to his game to
yeah,
dispel some of the people getting grumpy with him. You know what I'm saying? Take the crackhead moves out. Stop getting so. Stop being so tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? I think he kind of need to work on a mid range game because if he's not shooting the three, he going to the hole.
hey,
You know what
listen,
I'm saying? I think if he could get a kind of a mid-range game, a go-to move, because I don't think he has a go-to move. If he
say,
could develop like a go-to move, then I think,
Ghost,
bro.
you gotta go check out Tory highlights, bro. Because I went through. Matter of fact, I got a nah. It's not on the mini doc, but I did a lot of film study on Tory when I did a little mini doc because I got a lot of mini docs up on my thing for all the young players, and my Reed Shepard one coming out soon. I'm just waiting till you have a good game this season, or I put
What
out
is
his.
on YouTube?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
What's
on.
your YouTube name, man?
It's Houston Rockets Red Alert.
Houston Rockets Red Alert, man. Go and subscribe to my boy EF Hutton, man. I didn't know you had a YouTube channel, man. I'm about to subscribe myself, bro.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. You can pull up on me like I told Frank. I be doing pregame shows, bro. I usually do the pregame, and then I'll pull up on you and Greenleaf after the game and chop it up with y'all after the game. You know what I mean? You know how I
Mm-hmm.
do. But yeah, shout out to the boy Greenleaf for letting me come over there and chop it up. They be like,
Shout out to
how y'all do.
Greenleaf. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But yeah, but so I usually pull up on the pregame show, and I got my little mini docs on there, whatever. And I did a lot of study on Tari, and me and the dude on my channel was talking about who gonna be the shooting guard out of Tari and Dorian Finney-Smith, you know. And me, I'm like, you gonna put Armin and Tari together, you gonna lock down the perimeter. And we went through, and I had to go through and show him, which make the long and short of it is that Tari's mid-range game, his fadeaway game is serious. Tara's fadeaway game is serious, bro. He just don't go to it a lot. But if you just sit back one day, pull up Tara Eason highlights and go watch how many times he go to that fadeaway, and you be like, damn, why we don't see him do that? We do.
Mm-hmm.
It's far few and in between because they got him in the, they always got him shooting threes or slashing. But the boy got a bag, man. The boy really got a bag. We just don't use him. We don't, and that's part of the reason why I felt like he was kind of upset because we don't go to him in this fadeaway game, even though Ime came out and said that Torrey got a nice mid-range game when they was talking about him this year. When they asked him about Torrey wanting extra plays, and then Ime said, yeah, well, he got a nice mid. They asked Ime exactly. They was like, Torrey said he want extra plays or something ran for him. How did you see that working out? And he was like, well, get him some extra touches. He got a good mid-range game, this, that, and the third. You know, and so he really do got a nice fadeaway, far as back to the basket, posting up and stuff like that he really could go to more often. And I would like to see him get the ball down there and do some of that, posting up some of these smaller guards or something like that, you know, and getting to that fadeaway because it's nice. He got soft touch.
Yeah, maybe we'll see some of that more in the future. You know what I mean? I do know what you're talking about. I didn't seen him make it. He doesn't do it enough, right? Um, I think he loses the ball a lot before he get to it. But
Yeah,
once he do get to it and he be able to execute it, it do look good, right? So I just think I don't know if he may discourage him from handling the ball and doing all that because he can't dribble in a crowd. And
right.
once you in the place that he wants to get and shoot that fadeaway, you gotta go. You're gonna be surrounded. You know what I'm saying by the defenders, right? KD, the reason why he can do it so efficiently because he's just taller than everybody, and he got a little tight handle the way he can move and inside of these defenders, multiple defenders, and get up and just raise over everybody. Tari don't have that skill set of height, and he need a little tighter handle. Maybe that's why we don't see that as much as uh we probably want to. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Hey, did you
But
see him in that was it the Brooklyn game when he first started going off and he was breaking the ball up and he was trying to cross over? He he act like
yeah,
he thought he was skip to my loop for a minute. That ball coming, coming down, crossing over. I say, man, what this dude think he doing? Yeah, boy, you better.
yep, for sure, man. Um, last call, man. Last call, man. If you want to come up, you can hit that link that's pinned at the top of the chat. You can come up and get on the show with us. If not, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out because we doing good. The Rockets 3 games in a row. We on a 3 game winning streak. We're above 500. First time this season. Hopefully we stay there. Hopefully we can reel off a couple of more. Like my man Thurgood say, I think the San Antonio game is going to be a real test for us, and I think we will be able to really see what this team can do against some good competition. We already played the defending champs. We looked decent, but I think we're better now than we did when we even played them. You know what I'm saying? Because the chemistry is getting there. We figured out the double big lineup is not what you want to start with. Use it more as a curveball. Inserted Josh Okogie. Got some more shooting on the court, some more deep perimeter defense on the court, and I think it's paid its dividends so far. You know what I mean?
Facts, facts. Nah, yeah, nah, that's the truth. Like I said, it's unsuspected to me. I knew Josh Okogie was decent, but and I knew he was a Jay Sean Tate clone, but I didn't think his defense was that. I didn't think his foot movement was that quick. Obviously he's a tenacious defender. He very intentional with where he the picks and how he rotates. So, you can't never have enough of that. You can't never have guys that chase guys over pick, jump through screens. I seen some of that Brandon Maxwell type shit with a screen pushing up on him. He just jump through the screen and be on the other side when you get there. He already there with his body on you. So, you know, yeah, that's a good look, man. I'm not mad at Josh Okogie getting that spot, especially when we need Tari off the bench. But you know, hey, we're gonna see how it pay out.
For sure, man. For sure. You got anything you want to say before we head out, man?
Nah, man. Appreciate you guys having me on, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Frank and the CSGs, man. Stand up.
Already, man. We're gonna get up out of here, man. CSG, stand up all day. Appreciate y'all for coming joining us over here at the Rocket Shop. Y'all the best community on all of YouTube, man. Appreciate the support, the super chats, the likes, the shares that y'all do for the channel. Keep with us. We're gonna keep going, man. Hey, hopefully we be in April, May, looking at a finals appearance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get up out of here, CSGs, man. Y'all are the best. Holla at your boy, Space. I'm signing off. Let's go, Houston Rockets.